Hi, this is Russell Stannard from teachertrainingvideos.com. Today we're going to look at a great tool, one that I've been using a lot. It's called quizzes.com. It allows you to do formative quizzes with your students to check their understanding. You can do these online, you can do these in class. Now this tool isn't as well known as Kahoot or Socrative, so I'm going to start by actually showing you it in action, because the interface, the way it works, I think is fantastic. The information that you get back at the end is fantastic. So I'm really going to give you an overview of this, but going to start by showing you how the system works so you can actually see how it interacts if you get the students to go online and do one of these activities. We're looking at the free tool. You seem to get a lot for the free tool. In fact, I'm not even sure what you get. I just keep using it and using it and using it, and it's absolutely fine. Really recommend this technology if you're a teacher and looking to do a bit of fun in the class to check students' understanding. Can be done as well for homework. Hope you like the video. As always, if you do, please like it, please share it, please comment on it, and of course, if you want, join my YouTube channel, and don't forget to click on the bell so you get updated with all the latest videos. Let's get started. Now we can actually find quizzes or create quizzes in two ways. We can either click on the create button and create our own quiz. We can add questions, we can put the answers, we can include images in the questions and images in the answers, or we can explore and search for content that's been made by other teachers, and that's also another way of working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my library. And the quiz that I'm going to do, the one that I'm going to use is this one here, Russell's Quiz on Technology, which I've played 25 times. In fact, no, let's use this one here, Russell's Internet Facts one. So we're going to click on that. And you can see that it's a very simple quiz. It's just got questions and 4 possible answers. Now I can include pictures in the question or pictures in the answers if I want to, but I'm not interested in any of that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to click on start a live quiz. So I'm not going to do this for homework. I'm doing this in a live session. Now I'm choosing classic mode because that means that it's totally controlled by the students, and the big advantage with this system is that both the question and the answers are on the student's screen. They don't need to look at any other screen. Now the settings, if you come down here, participants here, I'm not going to set any kind of settings, only that the answers are showed after the activity. And you have to choose unlimited if you're using the tool free, because if you want to limit the number of times that the students do an activity, they need to be signed in. And then the only other setting that's important here is that I have to shuffle questions and shuffle answers off, and then I click on continue. Now when I click on continue, I simply get a code. All the students need to do now is to click on joinmyquiz.com and put that code in. Now as soon as they do that, their names will start to appear on the screen so that I know that they're ready to start the game. So if the students go to joinmyquiz.com, they simply add in the code here and they will immediately be ready, and they'll be waiting for you to click on the start button for the game to begin. Okay, so let's actually do an activity. Let's see what it looks like from the teacher's point of view, and then after from the student's point of view, if you do an activity with quizzes. And I think you're going to be really surprised because the interface is really professional and the information that you get back as a teacher is excellent. Let's get started. So you can see now I'm on the screen, I'm ready to click on the start button. There's already loads of people logged in. In fact, there's about 13 people logged into this activity now. And as soon as I click on the button, it starts to count in. Now this is the great thing from the teacher's point of view. I, on my screen, can see now as the students begin to do the quiz, so I can track what the students are doing, and off we go, and we can see now certain students are already started to answer the questions. Remember, we don't need to show the questions to the students. All of that information is on the student's screen, so it's slightly different from Kahoot. But what you can see is that I can track and see how the students are, and it's all updated live. Now it's much later on in the activity, and you can see now, I can see who's top, who's got the look up the highest score, who's second, and still the students are doing the activity. A few students have actually finished now, and I can even see how many questions they got right and how many questions they got wrong. Obviously, at any point I can end the game. I don't always wait for everyone to finish the activity, because sometimes I give them a time limit and say, okay, you've got 5 minutes to complete the activity. But the students are working on their own, they're working through the questions, and I can see exactly what's happening. Now, the other really interesting thing about this is what happens at the end, because the information that you've got access to at the end of the game is really interesting. One other point I just forgot to mention, you can always click on the questions button, even during the live session, and actually look at how many times the students are getting the questions correct or incorrect. So I can see that question 1, for example, at the moment, 3 students have got it correct and 10 have got it incorrect. So this is a great useful feature even when you're doing the session. You also get that same feedback at the end of the game as well. Okay, really hope you like that you could see exactly what you can see as the teacher while the students are doing the activity either at home or in class. And then what's also really important is that when the game ends, you've got access to all of that information, so you can revise it and go through it. And you can access that information at any time because it immediately is added into the reports. And that's what I want to focus on now. Let's have a look at the information that's provided in these reports after the students have completed the activity. Now, once the game has ended, you get all this incredible information about the activity. I can get marks on the individual participants, but perhaps more interesting for me is to click on the questions, and I can see exactly what the students, what questions they got wrong, what questions they got right. So I know exactly where I need to focus my teaching. Now, I can even print that out if I want to as well, which can be really useful. I particularly like this overview. If you look here, the overview immediately shows you where students might have been having problems. And I can see here, for example, question 9 and question 1, clearly I need to do some work on those questions. I really like quizzes. I think it's a great technology. I think it's a great alternative to working with Kahoot or Socrative. And what I particularly like is the fact that the students can just do it on their telephones or on their computers. They don't need to be looking at another screen to see the questions. I've been using this tool for a while now, and I even like the music that they play during the quiz. So really would recommend that you have a look at quizzes, and the technology I'm using today is completely free. So please come over to teachertrainingvideos.com if you want more free videos. And on the opening page, you often see the latest videos that I've been sharing on my YouTube channel. Look out for any courses I'm running too. If you'd like to keep up with my work, the best thing to do is to sign up to the newsletter. That way you get updated with all the latest videos, the blogs, the webinars, the online courses. Of course, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget, of course, to click on the bell so you get the updates when the new videos come out. And finally, if you do want me to do some training with you, doing lots of work at the moment in Camtasia and working with Zoom and Microsoft Teams, then you can contact me from the website. And thank you very much.